It's the Sunday Chronicle on Stacks 92.1. It's the Sunday Chronicle. We gon' give the news and keep you up to date. From crimes to the politics, you gon' know what's up around your way. We give 2 thumbs up to everyone out here doing their thing. We gon' show mad love to all the ones working hard in communities. It's the Sunday Chronicle.
Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Chronicle. I'm your host, Giannis Jackson, coming to you from Stacks 92.1. This is the community platform because community knows what community needs. I'd like to thank all my listeners for being here once again on this Sunday. I'm here for you every Sunday at 7 a.m. and available replay for you as well. But today is not about me. It's about my guest. It's always about the guest. And I have a special guest with me, Dr. Carmen Thomas. And I'm going to say that again, Dr. Carmen Thomas. So you make sure to put some respect on her name because she is a transformation strategist, honey. Transformation strategist is her that's her calling. And that's what I see her doing out here in this community. I see her extending her hand to women. A special focus on African-American women, but women in general, preaching empowerment, preaching sisterhood, preaching unity, and building by working together. With that being said, I'm going to allow my guest to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her background. Dr. Carmen, thank you for being here. I'm so glad you could be here. Thank you.
Giannis, I am happy to be here with you. I gotta laugh, y'all. Just bear with me for a second. But Giannis is an amazing.
Oh,
she is, y'all. She trying to give me some kudos on the doctor part of the Carmen. You couldn't see me put my fingers up a little bit, but anyways, just visualize with me for a second.
Oh.
The doctor part of the Carmen and say who I am and what I do, but she's a doctor in her own right of all this that she has on her plate. So I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you
for doing what you have been called to do for people like me and so many others in our community.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's the pleasure is really all mine to walk in my calling, to really find out what it is I'm here to do and be able to make a living at it and to be able to affect lives and work with others so we can work better together. That's my goal. And that is what took me from a place of not being so fulfilled to that fulfillment or closer to that. And I like to say what's called self-actualization.
All right. Self-actualization.
Yes.
That is so important for emotional intelligence. That's another conversation.
Yes. And we can't go down that road because I'll start talking and then Nick will have to say, no, we're going over.
So anyways, just a little bit about me. I'm just a little sister here from Albion, Michigan. I've been here forever, yes. Though. I've been here in Lansing for a long time, 30 plus years to be exact. And
I got a question, and I already interrupted you. So you're from Albion. Do you feel as though you've been embraced as if you're, what's the term, a Lansingite, maybe? A Lansing, has the community of Lansing embraced you as one of their own?
Well, it's the funniest thing. Most of the people that I tend to meet, especially when I first arrived here, I worked in a complex that was like a big melting pot. It was 528 units that embarked upon close to the campus of Michigan State University.
Okay.
So the majority of the people I met when I first arrived here, they were from the college world and the campus world. And so I met people that were from all different parts of the world. I met people who were Sudanese, people who were Laos, Middle Eastern. I could go on and on and on. So I learned culture fast and furiously.
And that's very important. I mean, and I'm glad that you brought that up about culture. And I think about culture and how much it can vary, even within a race, right? And so since you're here, I want to ask about the culture of the women, or the different cultures of some of the women that you work with, and some of the things and how the techniques to leading them to work together more cohesively.
That's a good question.
Oh, good.
Look
good.
at her. She just dumped it on me, y'all.
Well, you Dr. Carmen. You got to know this.
So anyways, I learned culture by accident. Okay. And learning by accident, you get the opportunity to ask the question of, what does that mean for you? Do I shake your hand when I engage with you, or do I bow? Yes. What is respectful, and how do I be respectful of you so that we can have a better dialogue and build a relationship? Because I think, number one, any culture, whether it's even those of us who look alike.
Yes.
We may look alike, but we still have our differences.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and every person on this earth, no matter how similar, has some difference, due to their family of origin and how they were raised, and down to the music, the clothing, those types of things. For me, when you talk about accepting as far as culture, it is something that I am proud of myself of, being able to embrace differences. And I'm always going to work on that, because I believe we all have bias. Right. And so that's something I want to work on. But in that, I had a chance to travel and study different cultures. And it helped me to be more accepting of people and not be so offended. Right. So I had to learn more about myself and more about others, so I would stop becoming so offended when someone would greet me or interact with me in a way I may not have understood in the beginning. I would sometimes take offense. Well, why'd they do that? And as I went on, I was able to learn and kind of adapt. I challenged myself to interact with somebody from different cultures, or different people from different cultures, to see how well I could assimilate. And that's what I see you doing with Black women in particular, because we have so many different backgrounds, right? Right.
We really do. We really do. And it's really important that, we don't try to put us all in the same box. Mm-hmm. So the word click doesn't fit in my vocabulary.
No clicks?
No clicks
No
for me.
clicks allowed. Do you have a sign on the door?
I don't need a sign. I think I just walk in it.
Okay.
I don't need a sign, and your children can tell you the truth.
Oh, they'll tell you.
So when my girls were teens, they're adults now. Mm-hmm. But when my two daughters were teens, they would always say stuff when I had a real estate company. Mm-hmm. And they would say, "Mom, do you help everybody? Mom, you gonna invite them over for dinner?" And they're looking at them and they're looking at us. Uh-huh. Absolutely. Why shouldn't I? Oh, okay. So instead of them picking up a bias, they lost it. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because I didn't identify myself with the bias. Mm-hmm. So that means they couldn't do the same, because they're in my house.
Right.
So we bring cultures up. We teach culture in our own space. Yes. Whether we're Blacks and we're all Black people, or we're all Hispanics, everybody still has a different culture.
The children are watching us, right?
They are
watching us. It's so very important that we remember the children are watching us, and the examples that we set. If you say one thing and do another, the children are still watching. So with that being said, this is funny how it took a turn with culture, but that seems as that is a big part of your organization, your platform. Dr. Carmen, tell me exactly where the doctor stems from.
The doctor stems from actually just education. And it was an accident. I wasn't trying to go to school, but I was focused on transforming lives.
Okay.
So I started doing research. And as I was researching, and I had a career job at the state of Michigan. So I'm researching, I'm like, I found this college, and it was all around transformation.
Okay.
And culture and servant leadership. And those were the framework and the foundation for this particular college. I'm like, I want that. Because I know one day I want to not work for anybody. And I wanted to have a platform that I can kind of transition from the work world to my passion and my purpose, which is all around servant leadership, quality and excellence in customer service, because everybody should get customer service. And then transformation. How do we transform our minds with information and renew ourselves on a day-to-day basis?
Transformation, GEMS. And GEMS is not just a word, but it's an acronym. Dr. Carmen, what is the GEMS acronym there?
So GEMS stands for Gifted Entrepreneurs with Millionaire Status.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So I was very happy to learn the acronym for this, and how Dr. Carmen is not only talking about it, she is being about it. She's about her business. And I saw that when she gave out all them big checks, or worked to help women get checks for their businesses, right? I thought that was phenomenal. And that's only a small piece of what you do. So I'm really happy that I have the chance to have you on my show. And then you reached out to me. And you reached out to me not only to just say hi, but to support me in my endeavors. And that is so important, as me being, an entrepreneur, and having someone to encourage me, and by supporting my products / services, that speaks volumes. That is very, very encouraging. And so with that, those are the types of things that I wish to do and to continue to pass on with that. So with Transformation GEMS, I wanted to ask you about something that's coming up that is a part of Transformation GEMS. This conference that's coming up, and it is in November, correct?
November the 12th.
Yes. Okay. And tell me about it, because we're about to go to a short break. We got a couple minutes, but I want you to, in brevity, just cover the Emerge conference, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it after we come back from the break. So
basically the theme of the conference is Emerge, Renewed, and Transformed. Why? Because we are here after a pandemic.
Yes.
We are women who have survived the pandemic, but not just survived, we thrived. And we have made strides during the pandemic. We are doing great work.
Yes, we are.
Women are excelling in facets that is unimaginable.
Opening up storefronts, brick and mortars in the middle of pandemics. That's awesome.
So, for example, Transformation GEMS never shut down for 5 years during the pandemic.
That's awesome.
Staff was there. People were there running their businesses during the pandemic.
And that's so important. You were able to meet the demands of that shift in technology, and just altogether everything that shifted to weather the storm and those types of waters there.
So we're talking about, it's time for other women to see where we are, where we have come from, and how we're getting ready to go forward and do even more than what we've ever done before. But they need to see other women that are successful.
Yes.
And they need to see women that are doing it, and not doing it so that they're up high talking at you, but they're going to be talking to you and with you about what you can also do for yourself as a woman.
Yes, and on that note, I'm going to take us out to a break, but I would like to remind my listeners that my name is Giannis Jackson. I am the host of the Sunday Chronicle, heard every Sunday morning on Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for the community, because community knows what community needs. We'll be back after this.
I'm the type to dance to her very own beat. Ask me where I am, probably somewhere singing. Around my way, they call me Jingle Queen, because I sing about everything. Like just do it Nike, have it your way, Burger King. Snap, crackle, pop, go Rice Krispies. Maybe it's me. You should call me Jingle Queen. When you're in need of dope melodies, you should call the Jingle Queen. When you're in need, you should call me, the Jingle Queen. Oh, you should call the Jingle Queen.
www.laurepen.com. That's LAUREPEN.com.
And welcome back to the Sunday Chronicle. Again, I'm your host, Giannis Jackson, coming to you from Stax 92.1 FM. This is the community platform because community knows what community needs. Today, we're talking to Dr. Carmen Thomas of Transformation Gems, and she is here sharing her stories of success, talking about some of the strategies that she is using along with others to help people transform their lives, their careers, because she is a transformation strategist. And Dr. Carmen, tell the listeners how they can get a hold of you and the types of things you can help aspiring entrepreneurs with.
So you can reach me at transformationgems.com. Again, that's transformationgems.com. I am in the greater Lansing area. Our office is located over in the Kroger Plaza, 913 West Holmes Road, Suite 235. Come into door B on the second floor, and make sure you email me at transformationgems@gmail.com. If you need further assistance, we do provide shared resources within our organization. We provide training, we provide workshops, we provide checks. We just gave away within the last, 6 months, we've probably given away about $30,000 in resources. We had 8 women who just received $10,000. Most of them walked away with a $500 check, and 2 walked away with a $1,000 check. We also have a partnership with Case Credit Union. This is our 3rd year with Case Credit Union, and we have given away checks. And just recently, we gave away $8,000. 8 women walked away with $1,000 each.
And how do they get to this money? It's a fairly simple process, right, Dr. Carmen?
I'm so glad you asked.
All right.
So let me tell you something. The application process the first 3 years was pretty slim. We're giving away free money, and we don't even have enough applicants. The application process is so easy, and you can reach out to us and we will assist you with completing the application if you're not sure how to complete the application. The thing is, don't be afraid of success. If you need it, you got to go for it. Yeah. So we have these tools and resources here for you within our city, within our community, to help you. Our mission is to empower women to create businesses that evolve into becoming recession proof. Mm-hmm. You create systems and you have legacies that not just takes care of yourself, but you bring in enough to help families, and hopefully that you can hire people to come and work for you, because once you start hiring staff, you are making a big deal. Mm-hmm. And a big difference within your city and your community, because we want to be able to feed more than just our own family.
That's right.
So our organization that's one of the things that we pride ourselves upon, is to help others do what we do. Mm-hmm. We're not here to see you just stop where we're at. We want you to excel and go as far as you can go. And we're going to provide you with all the tools, the resources, the coaching, and the mentoring. So with that being said, we have that space available. We allow people to come in. We do free pop-ups. You can test an idea out for free. You don't have to pay for the space. You can just come and be a part of it. And so we're doing that. And that's a part of what we're going to do even at the conference this fall. We're going to do a pitch contest, y'all.
Oh, that's nice.
Somebody going to get some money at this conference.
Okay. So I want to ask about...
She said, wait.
I want to ask about this money again. So if someone applies for the grants, right? Just like when I saw all the women getting the money, they had the big checks. can I get a big check? If I were to win a grant, can I get a big check?
Everybody gets to hold a check.
You just hold it. You can't take it to the bank and ask them to cash the big check.
They don't cash big checks. We'll give you a paper check that the bank can.
Okay.
But we give you the big check to hold because we want you to have a memory of what you can continue to do in your life to make a difference.
I just want to get the reaction when I try to cash that big check. That's all I want to.
Well, I guess we can let you try that out.
Okay, because I like to do that. I just like to help people spice up their day. But with that. So these pop-ups, I'm very impressed with your operation, and seeing what you have available for not just Black women, but women. This organization is dedicated to helping and uplifting women in the community, located in Lansing, and teaching young women how to build businesses. How to, do you guys do grant writing as well?
We provide you all the resources so that you can have access to grant writers. Yes. And we can provide you with resources so that if you want to learn how to write grants, you can. Mm-hmm. But you really need to learn how to just apply for some of the great grants that's already written and they're in place and you just plug and play.
Yeah. And what I find in the application process for those, once you kind of have something set up, and I like to call it a template with the basics, it's almost like a copy paste type of deal.
Exactly.
At least from my experience.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. So it's not so big and it's not like sometimes I would make it like, oh, I got to write for this grant. And it wasn't, as bad as I thought once I got it together,
So we won a pretty large grant from the Sunrise grant with the partnership from LEAP.
Oh, very nice.
I can tell you, just when I met with Tony Willis, and Tony's been with me with my idea since I graduated, right before I graduated from college back in 2017.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't have a nonprofit back then, y'all. I just was doing my thing, asking folks for money. Mm-hmm. And so Tony was one of the people, and he came in and he saw Carmen with this big, hairy, audacious goal of... She gonna give everybody some money in the community and end poverty and homelessness. That was me.
Yes.
And people believed in what I wanted to do. They all showed up. I had 75 folks come out to have some brunch and listen to me talk about giving me some money so we can help women.
Are you having brunch this Sunday? Can I come? I like to look for free meals, but no, I'm just kidding. But with that, well, no, I'm not kidding about liking meals, but our time is growing near, and I always like to allow my guests to leave the audience with something, and I'm gonna have to have you back because it's just not enough time. So what would you like to leave our audience with this week?
I want you to remember that you are unstoppable, and nobody can take what you have unless you give it to them. So just every day when you wake up, if you didn't like what you did yesterday, today is a new day. Start all over because you are unstoppable. You have a gift on the inside of you and you need to bring it to life. So stop waiting on tomorrow. Do it now.
There it is. And in all seriousness, we have the power to change our lives. We have that power. We possess that, and it's time for us to empower ourselves and give ourselves that power back. Right, self-empowerment through organizations such as Transformational Gems. And again, if you'd like to reach out to Dr. Carmen, give her a call. You can find her information online, transformationgems.com. Also, you can search on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, type in Transformations Gems, and Dr. Carmen will pop up with giving some ladies some big checks. With that being said, people, I'd like to thank you for being here once again. I'm Giannis Jackson, and I'm here for you every Sunday morning coming from Stax 92.1 FM. This is the platform for the community because community knows what community needs. Thank you, and make it a great day.